A continent that has been the cradle of civilization, the birthplace of revolutions, and the stage for countless historical dramas. A continent steeped in history, brimming with culture. From the bustling streets of Paris to the serene canals of Venice, Europe is a mosaic of experiences and stories. From the Colosseum to the Eiffel Tower, these landmarks are not just tourist attractions. They are symbols of human achievement and resilience. It's a tapestry of triumphs, woven with threads of art, science, and philosophy. Every sunset over a European city tells a story of a rich and complex past. But beneath the surface, a storm brews. The picturesque landscapes and vibrant cities hide a growing unease. Europe's economy, once a powerhouse, is showing cracks. How did this happen? How did a continent that once led the world in innovation and industry find itself in such a precarious position? The answer, my friends, is complicated. It's a web of factors, each one contributing to the current state of affairs. It's a story of self-inflicted wounds, of short-sightedness, and of missed opportunities. Decisions made in boardrooms and government offices have had far-reaching consequences. This isn't about pointing fingers. It's about understanding the complex interplay of historical, political, and economic forces. It's about understanding how a continent so prosperous could end up on this path. How the choices of yesterday have shaped the realities of today. Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the heart of Europe's economic woes. We'll travel through time and across borders to uncover the root causes. We'll examine the historical choices, the political blunders, and the social dynamics that have led to this moment, and the economic realities that have brought Europe to this crossroads. The numbers tell a story, but so do the people living through these changes. Get ready for a wild ride through the labyrinthine world of European economics. It's a journey that promises to be as enlightening as it is sobering. World War II, a continent in ruins, cities reduced to rubble, economies shattered, and millions of lives lost. The devastation was unprecedented, leaving Europe in a state of despair and uncertainty. But from the ashes, a phoenix rose. The dawn of a new era was on the horizon, bringing with it hope and the promise of renewal. The Marshall Plan, a lifeline from the United States, pumped billions into rebuilding war-torn Europe. This massive financial aid was not just about money, it was about restoring faith and rebuilding the very fabric of society. It was a remarkable act of generosity and strategic foresight. American and European officials worked hand in hand, forging a partnership that would reshape the future. And Europe didn't squander this chance. The funds were used wisely, leading to the rapid reconstruction of cities, industries, and infrastructure. The continent was buzzing with activity, a testament to human resilience and determination. The European coal and steel community, the precursor to the European Union, emerged. This was a bold step towards unity, ensuring that the resources essential for war would now be controlled collectively, reducing the risk of future conflicts. This paved the way for economic integration, a single market, and a shared currency, the euro. The vision of a united Europe was becoming a reality, fostering cooperation and economic growth. These were bold moves designed to prevent future conflicts and foster unprecedented prosperity. Leaders from across the continent came together, setting aside differences to build a better future. For a while, it worked. Europe thrived. The continent saw unprecedented economic growth, technological advancements, and a higher standard of living for its citizens. It became a global economic powerhouse, a beacon of stability and progress. European cities flourished, becoming hubs of innovation and culture, but seeds of complacency were sown. Over time, the initial drive and determination began to wane, and cracks started to appear in the once solid foundation. Like a recovering addict, Europe had become reliant on external crutches. The dependency on foreign aid and external support became a double-edged sword, providing immediate relief but fostering long-term vulnerabilities. And as we'll soon see, those crutches couldn't hold forever. The challenges ahead would test Europe's resilience once again as the continent faced new economic and social hurdles. Remember those crutches? One of them was energy, specifically cheap energy, courtesy of Russia. For decades, Europe became hooked on Russian oil and gas. It seemed like a good deal at the time, but convenience often comes at a cost. Then came 2022. Russia invaded Ukraine. The West responded with sanctions, and Europe's energy dependence blew up in its face. Prices skyrocketed, businesses shuttered, citizens shivered in their homes. The crisis exposed the folly of relying on a single volatile supplier. It was a wake-up call, a stark reminder that geopolitical realities have economic consequences. Europe loves rules. It's in their DNA, but sometimes good intentions pave the road to economic hell. Overregulation has become a chronic condition, stifling innovation and hindering growth. Let's take agriculture. The Common Agricultural Policy, while well-intentioned, has created a bureaucratic monster, benefiting large landowners while small farmers struggle. Or how about the tech sector? Europe's GDPR privacy regulations, while admirable in their intent, have created a compliance nightmare, especially for startups. Meanwhile, China and the US are racing ahead, unburdened by such constraints. The result? Europe risks becoming a tech follower, not a leader. Section 5, Divided We Fall, Political, Fragmentation and its Costs. The European Union, a noble experiment in unity, but scratch the surface and you'll find a continent riven by political fault lines. From Brexit to the rise of nationalism, Europe is struggling to speak with one voice. This fragmentation has real consequences. Decision-making is slow and often paralyzed by internal squabbles. Take the response to the 2008 financial crisis. The lack of a unified fiscal policy exacerbated the crisis, leading to years of economic stagnation. A house divided cannot stand, and unless Europe can find a way to bridge its political divides, its economic future remains uncertain. Section 6. The Innovation Gap. Can Europe keep pace? Remember the good old days when Europe was at the forefront of innovation? Yeah, about that. Europe was once the cradle of groundbreaking discoveries and technological advancements. From the Industrial Revolution to the invention of the World Wide Web, Europe has a rich history of leading the world in science and technology. While Europe once led the world in science and technology, it's now playing catch-up. The continent that gave us the steam engine and the jet engine is now struggling to keep pace with the rapid advancements happening elsewhere. The United States, with its Silicon Valley juggernaut, continues to churn out tech giants. Companies like Apple, Google, and Facebook dominate the global tech landscape, setting the pace for innovation and technological progress. China, with its massive investments in research and development, is rapidly closing the gap. The country is not just a manufacturing powerhouse, but is also becoming a leader in fields like artificial intelligence, 5G technology, and renewable energy. And Europe, it risks becoming a technological backwater. Why is this happening? The continent that once led the world in innovation is now facing significant challenges that threaten its position in the global tech race. Part of the problem is a lack of investment in research and development. European countries are not spending enough on R&D compared to their American and Chinese counterparts, leading to a slowdown in innovation. Another factor is the aforementioned overregulation, which stifles entrepreneurship and risk-taking. The bureaucratic red tape makes it difficult for startups to thrive and for new ideas to take root. If Europe wants to compete in the 21st century, it needs to rediscover its innovative spirit. This means fostering a culture of creativity, investing in cutting-edge research, and creating an environment where entrepreneurs can take risks and succeed. Only then can Europe hope to reclaim its position as a global leader in technology and innovation. Section 7. The Greying of Europe. A demographic time bomb. Europe is getting old, really old. Declining birth rates and increasing life expectancy have created a demographic time bomb. This aging population has profound economic implications. Fewer young people means fewer workers to support a growing elderly population. It means a shrinking tax base and increased strain on social welfare systems. Immigration is often touted as a solution, but it's a complex issue. Europe needs to find a way to attract skilled workers while addressing the legitimate concerns of its citizens. Section 8. A Way Forward, Reimagining Europe's Future. So, is Europe doomed? Not necessarily, but it's time for a serious course correction. Europe needs to address its self-inflicted wounds and embrace bold reforms. First, energy independence. Investing in renewables, diversifying suppliers, and reducing energy consumption are crucial. Second, regulatory reform. Streamlining regulations, cutting red tape, and fostering a more innovation-friendly environment are essential. Third, political unity. Europe needs to find a way to bridge its divides and present a united front on the global stage. Fourth, demographic challenges. Addressing the aging population through pro-family policies and strategic immigration is crucial. Section 9. Conclusion, a call to action. Europe stands at a crossroads. The path ahead is fraught with challenges. But it's not too late to change course. Europe has overcome adversity before. It can do so again. This is not the time for complacency. It's time for bold action, for visionary leadership, and for a renewed commitment to the values that made Europe great. The future of Europe hangs in the balance. Let's hope they make the right choices.